Hi everyone, this is Neptune Moons. I'm Lauren with Neptune Moons and welcome to another Pick a Card. Today's reading is going to be what do you need to reflect on? So you might feel a little distracted or scattered, but we're going to see what you need to turn your focus to, turn your attention to, reflect upon, meditate on, all of that. So we have 4 piles to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. You can pause if you want to. I'm going to give you a zoom in on these images just to let you focus if you need better focus. I myself have to pick immediately from my gut and not question it because I'm a Libra and I'm indecisive and I need to, like, if I start second guessing myself, it doesn't work. So but some people need more time anyway. So this is the rose. This is the first pile. Rose, pink rose. And we have, for pile number 2, we have a swan. Quit looking at me, swan. A swan. We have a rose quartz pyramid for number 3. Rose quartz pyramid for pile number 3. And for pile number 4, we have this funky shell that my mom's boss got in Hawaii. It has like a tortoise print here and a dolphin. It says Aloha Hawaii. So I'll let you make your selection. Again, if you would like more time, you can pause the video. Let me just adjust a little bit. There we go. You can pause the video, but I'm going to jump right into it. I also want to give a special thank you to everyone. I'm glad to be doing pick-a-cards again. And little swan, little swan. Okay, so pile number 1, we have the rose, and I immediately got that this is probably the love pile, but let's see what the cards have to say. We also have a 12-sided die. So whenever I tapped into 12-sided dice, I tapped into 12 months of the year, 12 houses of the zodiac. I have a different dice for each pile. This just happens to have 12 sides on it, so let's roll and see. We have either the 8th month or the 8th house. The 8th month is August. If that means anything to you, these are timeless readings, so whenever you watch it, could resonate for you. It could also mean the 8th house in astrology. 8th house is the house of Scorpio. It's the house of sex and power and inheritance. So let's see. Other people's money. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the 6 of Swords reversed. Something that we can't move on from because we didn't resolve a conflict. We have share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. Okay. We have what do you need to release, waning moon. Okay. Can you all see that? We have communication. Okay, okay. Communication, voice. We have intention reversed. Interesting. We have Taurus. This does not have to be your sign or the person you're thinking about sign. It could just mean the energies of Taurus, which is self-worth, value, money, natural relaxation. Oh, I just said relaxation and then we have slow down. Okay, so let me get all of these together. And let's see. Okay, so I feel like for this pile, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. None of the signs are, that important, but if you do hear your sign, then that's confirmation, like double confirmation, right? But we have the 8th house, so it could be a Scorpio, or you could be a Scorpio. But Cancer or Pisces is also an option. So I'm getting the sense that you have this feeling of love. You are ready to express how you feel, and you really do, on an energetic level, feel this great love, and you want to share this great love. But I feel like there is something that you want to move on from that isn't that hasn't been dealt with. Whenever we have a tarot card that is reversed, sometimes that means that we need to go back to the card beforehand and deal with that energy of the situation. And I can definitely see this with share your voice, communication, something to release, and intention. But I'll get to that in a second. So the card before the Six of Swords is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords deals with conflict, and a lot of people want to brush over the conflict. But if you brush over the conflict, then you won't have an ability to move on, which is the energy of the Six of Swords, right? So Six of Swords is moving away from that conflict. It's after we have resolved that conflict, we're moving together, right? Together in this boat. We have got through those 5 swords of conflict, and we have won a sword, basically, right? And so we're moving on, we're compromising, we're getting past that energy. When it's reversed, it's like we wanted to brush over that conflict, not deal with it. Maybe we have a fear of confrontation, a fear of conflict. This could be you or someone else. But there is something within this connection, because I do feel like it is a connection. There's something within this connection that has not been resolved, that has not been dealt with. And so even though you might be feeling these high vibrations of love, like you're ready to move on, to move past it, to experience great love again, you have not dealt with, you or your person has not dealt with this conflict. And it says, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So this is saying, speak up. We do have communication here. So, and I don't usually do this, but I'm going to read the whole card on this one. It says, communication. Wonder how that other person's feeling? Ask them. Wish they knew how you were feeling? Tell them. You've been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with that aphorism. Sometimes those cards are silly. But like it said, there is a common phrase that is, whenever you assume, if you take the word assume, A-S-S-U-M-E, it makes an ass out of you and me, right? It makes an ass, A-S-S, out of you and me, M-E. So the more we assume what other people meant, then the more we can get that wrong, right? That might not even have been their original intention, right? It could have just been something that was said, something that either party said. That just sort of got lost in translation because we didn't take the time to ask, like, what did you mean by that, right? So I feel like this could have been a misunderstanding on the party's part, where they just got their lines crossed somehow, and it ended up, steering away from the original intention. I also think, sometimes whenever we are in relationships, whenever we are dealing with someone else, and this could be friendship, like I said, I did feel this was a strong love pile. It could be family, parents, siblings, anything like that. But whatever relationship that we're talking about, that's a totally different person. And sometimes, especially in love relationships, we can play these games where we want something, but we'll say something else because we are afraid of putting ourselves too far out on a limb, right? So let's say you really want a loving relationship, but the initial understanding was that it was going to be like friends with benefits or something, right? So to put yourself out on the limb would be to say, like, well, I don't actually want a casual relationship. I do actually want a loving, committed relationship. But you still sort of have to play these games to not make yourself vulnerable, right? I mean, you don't have to. A lot of us do. I do that too, guys, so I'm not like blaming you. But this is about getting, not being afraid of that conflict, of that rejection, should that come, right? Like being honest about your intentions, like your true intentions, because there is like this loving feeling here. There is this like desire to express your love to each other, to snuggle and cuddle and, you know, share life's little joys, life's little moments with each other. But one or both parties has played these games where they didn't quite say exactly how they felt, right? And as a result, it's like one or both parties could have felt on an energetic level this great love, right? But what we were expressing was something opposite, right? It could also be, you know, not just friends with benefit situation, but it could be something like a petty fight, like you didn't do the dishes, but there is an underlying feeling of not being appreciated and being taken for granted, right? So I feel like what this is saying is what you need to reflect on is the core of what you said, what they said, and really a need to talk this out, right? Come out of the cave. If you have been sort of hiding yourself, hermiting yourself away to think on this matter, I think what this is saying is there is no there's no clarity you can get just from yourself anymore, right? It's going to take that other party to clarify what they meant and what they thought you meant, and then moving past that, right? There's no amount of information you can get right now because you have limited information, because both of you have assumed things that weren't necessarily 100% true. And you might have even shown up, like I said, in a way that wasn't 100% authentic to yourself. When I say, what do you need to release? Not only do you need to reflect on what wasn't said, what intentions were, what your intentions are now, but releasing those things in the past that kept you from playing any games like this, right? Kept you from hiding your true intentions, or putting a veil over your true intentions, right? And with this Taurus and slow down, Taurus is a very simple sign. Taurus is not overcomplicated. It is straight to the point. Taurus is not really that complex. It's very like no hidden meanings, right? No double meanings, no double entendres, no none of this, right? So when I see Taurus and slow down, I feel like with this communication, both parties need to breathe when hashing out conflict, right? Because conflict is not something to be scared of. Conflict is not something to shy away from. But knowing how to fight right is very important. Meaning, sometimes with the Five of Swords, we can say that it's a winner-take-all situation, like you just want to have the upper hand, last word type energy, right? Just to like sting that person, get that person, be right in the situation. So if you feel that happening whenever you discuss these issues, both parties need to slow down, take a time out, and really try to get to the heart of what they mean, what they want to say, and then they can get to a place, both of you can get to a place where you want to express this love, where you want to share this love. I also want to say that congratulations, because I feel like this also has an energy with the Queen of Cups and the slowdown and the Taurus energy. I feel like there might have been a break, there might have been a separation, a disconnect, and while that might have been painful, I am proud of you for taking the time for yourself, taking the space for yourself to refill your own cup, so that you can give it to someone else, right? I feel like, you know, your heart is with one person, and their heart is probably with you guys. And, you know, maybe beforehand, you didn't feel like your cup was full enough to give that love, right? I'm just proud of you for taking the time to reflect on this. Spirit is saying that you need to get very clear about this, and get very clear with your partner to reflect on this matter. But congratulations on you for taking the time for yourself and finding that stasis within yourself. I hope that helped. I love you very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I am a little blacklisted at the moment. My videos are not getting the views like they used to, so please interact with this video if it was helpful in any way that you can, because the more you interact with it, the more YouTube says, okay, we will show this to other people, and I just want to give these messages to as many people who need it, right? I do really love you very much, and I hope that this did help. I will see you next time. Bye. I forgot to time what that was, but we'll time it now. So hard to see these. 1633 for pile number 2. Pile number 2, I'm writing it down. We have the Swan. Swan. So this is a 9-sided die, and with 9 sides, it's weird because I got, there's a 0 here, so it's more like a 10-sided die, but it goes up to 9. 9 is the highest one it goes up to. So I immediately thought pregnancy, fertility, reproductive health, children, especially with the Swan. Kind of gave me like a ugly duckling vibe. Swans are also monogamous, I believe. But as far as the ugly duckling goes, this might be about your child. This could be about pregnancy, but let's roll the dice. Let's see. What do we know? What do we have it? It's 9 months. That could mean something to you. It could also mean the 9th month, September. It could mean, what else? 9th house of beliefs, religion, philosophy, culture. What else? 9. Angel number 9. I think it's... Whoa! So the Hermit is 9. The Hermit is the 9th card in the Major Arcana. Interesting. 9 is a independence. I think the numerology meaning is independence, but the Hermit is a very independent card. Interesting. We have the 3 of Wands and we have the 2 of Swords. I think for some of you, you could be you just found out you were pregnant and you're going to be single. We have soul family. Wow. Family, children, 9 months. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Interesting. And I did say, or I was about to say that some of you might have found out that you're pregnant and you have to do it alone, right? I don't know. This feels like you have to make a choice. You might have been waiting on someone to step up and maybe they never did. We have manifestation. Okay. Where to put you? Put you there. We have your commitment is being tested. Ooh, I like that. We have into the unknown reversed. That is the same energy as this card. Let me... We have Neptune, ruled by Pisces. And by the way, the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, if that means anything to you. We also have miracles and blessings. Okay, so with this, into the unknown, we have a woman who's blindfolded, or I guess it could be a man. We also have a woman who is blindfolded here, and we have Neptune. Neptune is a murky sort of energy. It's the, like, other realm, other world. It's our, it can be like an art world. It's like a dreamy, our dreams, right? Sort of the 4th and 5th dimensions. Some of which are true, some of which are like bending of the truth, right? So there's a lot that you don't know, into the unknown, and you might be frustrated at this time because you don't have the information. And with this 2 of Swords, you know, there is a choice that needs to be made, but I feel like there is a difficulty in this choice because with it having a blindfold on and 2 blindfolds, it's like there's information that's just not available right now, right? It could be that your partner is has blocked you, is limiting information, is hold on one second, I gotta take a drink, guys. Thank you. Is blocking information. We could be dealing with like a custody battle situation because you know, with these blindfolds, it's like they might be hiding information for you to get custody or get the upper hand in some sort of split. And you do have to go on this journey by yourself, which can be really frustrating, but I feel like the right people are coming into your life to help. So what you need to reflect on at this time is taking the high end of this Neptune, meaning, and you might look at Neptune in your chart, maybe it's in the 9th house. That would be amazing. But the high end of this Neptune is leaning into this dream world in the highest form, right? Leaning into angels, leaning into miracles and blessings, right? This child, if you are pregnant, this child is a miracle. If you are having a custody battle, this child is a miracle, right? So rather than scrambling to find out this information, with this commitment is being tested, I feel like your commitment to a higher power, your commitment to God, your commitment to spirit, your commitment to angels, whatever you believe in, your commitment to this other world is being tested. In that, right now, you have to have faith in a higher power to manifest these things into your life, to manifest resources that will help you with your child. If it's not with your child, it could just be that you are going through a period of being alone, right? Because we do have this solitary energy of the Hermit, and Into the Unknown is a solitary card, and I just get the sense that you might feel like a little directionless at this time, and without support, without help from others, whether that is a a baby daddy, or or just friends, just family, right? You might feel disconnected from those around you, and so what's being tested right now is an ability to see beyond the other side, beyond the other realm. So leaning into this higher end of Neptune is knowing that you are manifesting the right friendships, the right family members, the right help, the right resources, the right assistance, the right guidance for your family, right? But I feel like there are people in your life, scratch that. There are people who are not in your life at this time, but you guys are connecting on the other side, meaning you are connected in this other realm. You are already connecting in this other realm, meaning you feel alone in this journey right now, but the person the people who are coming in to help you also feel that sense of longing where they feel like they need to help, right? They feel like they need to, they're looking for a friendship. They're looking for a family to be a part of, right? So, committing to things in which you can't yet see with the blindfold here and the blindfold here. Committing to that which you can't see yet, and the hermit is walking through darkness with his lantern, right? You have to hold a light for yourself, knowing that someone is here to help you on the other side, right? And there is a big spiritual message whenever we feel alone, that we're never truly alone, because our spirit guides are always helping us behind the scenes. And while I do resonate with that, sometimes I'm bothered with it in readings, to be honest, because I am so grateful to spirit and they help me in so many ways, but sometimes 3D help is really important, right? Especially if you have a baby. To do it all by yourself is a very strenuously physical undertaking, right? And even if you don't have a baby, I have worked really hard in my life, and you can get really burnt out doing all of it, right? Cooking dinner, washing the dishes, putting away the dishes, taking out the trash, like doing all of those tasks by yourself can be daunting when it's just you. And so to have that 3D assistance is a miracle and is a blessing. But before we have that 3D assistance, we have to acknowledge that what we seek is seeking us too. Meaning that even though we might feel alone right now, we can connect with the idea that help will be here in the future, or that help is on the other side of this test. So I want to tell you that 3D people in the physical 3D reality, not just your spirit guides, although connecting to your spirit guides, building a relationship with your spirit guides is helpful because they do draw on this family. I just want to tell you that this situation of having to do it all by yourself is temporary, and there are physical 3D people in your physical 3D reality material world who are there to help you, who are coming in. You may not fully see it yet, but they're here, and they'll help you with whatever you need, right? It's just a matter of waiting during this time. And I'm reflecting on how far you've come, how you have committed to yourself in the past. If you resonate with the message that you are pregnant and doing this alone, you have committed to yourself in that, if you split from that partner, then you have to commit to yourself in the sense that that partner let you down in some way, right? Stuff happens and you might have gone your separate ways, but rather than beating yourself up about how the relationship failed, praise yourself for how you committed to yourself. This Hermit card is very much about committing to ourselves. Crazy, because the Hermit is a Virgo card, and 9 is the 9th month. September is the 9th month, which is a lot of is when Virgos were born, late August and September. The Neptune energy is Pisces energy. Signs don't matter that much, but, you know, if it helps you get that extra boost of resonating energy, then we love that, right? So yeah, I feel like, what you need to reflect on at this time is just the soul family, the, you know, if you find yourself in a place of, being aggravated that you don't have the help you need, or, being aggravated that you don't have the information that you need, I would focus on, what it would be like, the feelings, the vibrational energy of what it would be like if you had someone to help you do the dishes, or you had someone to help you, you know, change the baby's diaper, right? I think that's all, that I see from this reading. Let me know if it resonated. I know a lot of it was specific. I tell you guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I especially need it now if you want to help me out, because I feel like I have been sort of knocked down the algorithms of YouTube, and they don't show my videos as much as they used to. So if this did truly resonate, please give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Any of those would help. Any type of interaction. I really appreciate you watching this, and I have really enjoyed getting back into these readings. Hope to do more, and just very grateful for this community. Very grateful that I get to help you guys. I love you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay. Pile number 3. Oh, I can't see. Okay, it's 32. Let me, Let's wait until the number strikes. 32, pile number 3. This was my second reading. I did one for me. I'll do one for you guys, for the collective. But you're resonating into my energy as well. Ooh, what's this? Okay, so the vibes I got from the dice and the object, we have a pyramid here. So I got a sense of structure, a sense of discipline. We also have a die of 10-minute increments that go up to 90. So this immediately made me think of film. A 90-minute film is like a comedy, horror. The 2-hour ones are the dramas, but I like the 90-minute ones because my attention span is crazy. Also, it reminded me of the Pomodoro method. If you are, so I feel like this is telling you to reflect on productivity, but let's see what the cards have to say. We have, what is this? Is this 90? I guess it would be 90. So 90 minutes. Or 90 something. I don't know what else 90 means to you guys. We have the 2 of Wands, making plans. The Ace of Wands, okay. And we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so the energy from this is that you have a lot of plans, you have a lot of ideas, and you want to get them out. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. But there's something that has kept you in a sense of inertia, right? Kept you in a sense of like stagnation and just suspension, right? So let's see what's going on. We have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. We have trust. I like that. Okay. We have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Okay. We have Golden Palace. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Glad that this is my pile. What else do we have? We have Jupiter. Love it. And we have forgiveness. Okay. So what do you need to reflect on? I feel like for this pile, one, you need to forgive yourself with this forgiveness card, because I feel like you do have all this drive. You have this drive, this passion, this oomph, this need to like have all these ideas, get out all these ideas, do it all. But you might feel like you can't do it all. And I feel like that is sort of the, what is it? Icarus flying into the sun vibes. If I remember correctly, Icarus flew up into the sun with wings made of wax, and it was so miraculous, right, that he could fly. He made these wings of wax that he could fly. But when he got close up to the sun, the wax on the wings started to melt, so he couldn't fly anymore, right? And I feel like that is a strong that's a lesson of Jupiter and Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius. You could also be a Pisces. Don't have to be, but these are just the vibes, right? You might look for those things in your chart as well. But with Jupiter, Jupiter is the card of expansion. Jupiter is the card who wants to do everything, right? But we as humans, we have physical limitations, right? We can't do everything. We do need to rest sometimes. We do need to take a break sometimes. So, we are in this playful energy right now, but we need to forgive ourselves when we can't do all of it at once, right? When we are limited, when, facts of life hold us back. And this could be anything, guys. This could be we get sleepy, or it could be governmental restrictions. It could be housing codes. It could be, money setbacks. It could be anything and everything. But there is something that you are excited about, that you want to go, do, and you're experiencing limitations. So you might beat yourself up that you haven't achieved all of these things, but what you want to achieve is so big, so expansive, like this Jupiter card, so wide and far-reaching that it's just so ambitious that you will have to pace yourself. When I see this trust card, the bear is walking a tightrope with a shark that's about to bite. That's a limitation, right? But he has to trust that everything will be okay in the end. So I feel like there is this balancing act with this too. There's this balancing act of trusting that cream rises. I'm hearing cream rises. So it's like, you might have all of these ideas, but there's only going to be a few that rise to the top. And trust that the right ones will rise to the top. And trust that in divine timing, you will see these things come to light. I feel like with some of these things, they might need more of a practical plan. We don't have any of that here, but breaking up all of these ideas, all of these goals into smaller goals is going to help. With the Golden Palace, I feel like the Golden Palace is like my casino energy. So this makes me think that a lot of these are risks and gambles. And with risks and gambles, some win, some lose, right? So you might feel like you're in this period of suspension, like nothing is moving. But the thing is that some will break through, some won't, right? We do have limitations of being a human, so some will be a success, some won't. That's what I'm sensing with this Golden Palace. However, I'm also sensing that the ones that make it, the cream that does rise, the things that do come up to the top, are going to give you this abundance, right? With Jupiter and the Golden Palace, I mean, how much more casino energy can you have? Because we have Jupiter, that's a planet of luck and expansion and big gains. And then we have my casino card, the Golden Palace card, that's about riches and gold, right? So, I mean, if you guys do like to go to the casino, I think they're closed right now. This is timeless reading, so whenever you watch it is when you're meant to see it. But some sort of gambling might help you at this time. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I feel like if you get frustrated from setbacks, remember that to stay in this play energy. I also want to say with this take time to breathe out. Yes, you do need to take breaks with this situation, but with this take time to breathe out, I'm getting these two are tied into each other, meaning that take time to play, because the more you can play, the more you can stay in an energy of to maintain this level of enthusiasm, because I feel like some of this, some of these things you're enthusiastic about, like I said, not all of them are going to succeed, right? Some are going to fail, and we could easily get discouraged about what doesn't come to be, right? But we can also a way to combat that discouragement is to be in this state of play, to take time off, to just play and be silly, and trust that the things you want to achieve are going to break through, right? I'm seeing a woman play violin or something. A man playing violin. Is it a violin? So it might be music related. What other messages did I get? Also, in case you guys don't know about the Pomodoro method, I mentioned it with this dice. So the Pomodoro method is whenever we work hard for 40 minutes and then we take a break for 20 minutes. Or it doesn't matter how you break it up. You could do 50 minutes and 10 minutes, or 30 minutes and 10 minutes, or something like that. Whatever works for you. But it helps you achieve these little bursts of creativity, these little bursts of passion, desire, creativity, whatever ideas you have, right? It helps you push out these ideas for 30 minutes at a time, and then you take 10 minutes to breathe out, right? Or 10 minutes to play, 10 minutes away from whatever you're doing. And so rather than it feeling like fun, rather than it feeling like, with this Hanged Man energy, you might feel like the work is all for naught, right? And so what used to feel like play, for instance, songwriting, right? Working on a song. It might have felt like play at one point, but because there isn't any payoff, now it feels like work, and it feels like work that is sort of all for naught, that you're like losing, right? Losing this like gamble. But like I said, just breaking up that work into work and then breaks is going to help it not be so daunting and feel like such a loss in the end. Let me see if I can get another message. For some of you, I'm hearing that you need to forgive situations that didn't work out. For instance, if Icarus did go up to the sun and his wings melted, right? If that thing didn't work out, if your, screenplay got rejected by this person, or, your poem got smashed or something like that, then this is forgiving the critics, forgiving the person you wrote to, the job you applied for, the whatever it is, forgiving, obviously forgiving yourself for not being able to do it all, but forgiving those who didn't match your baby, your project, your creative expression, right? One thing I have realized about screenwriting is that it's so subjective. Like, one person would love my screenplay and another person, it would not, jive with them. So it's all about getting it into the right hands. Everyone has their personal preferences, and, your grandma might not like trap music, but that producer just around the corner might actually like trap music, right? And like what you have to offer. That's funny. Right as I said trap music, there's like this booming car outside. I don't know if it's trap, but it's just funny because it like instantly started booming. So forgiving the people who don't, forgiving grandma who didn't like your trap song, right? And trusting that it will get into the right hands, right? But this is about pacing yourself for the long haul, because what you want is so big that, not everyone is going to recognize. A lot of people, with this hanged man energy, it's like a lot of people are sort of stuck in their own perspectives. And I feel like what you want to do is something totally different. Like, you flipped it upside down. And so sometimes that's going to be hard for other people to see your vision just like you wanted to see it, because it's never been done before, right? I also want to say that what you need to reflect upon the most is setting up a schedule with this plans and this taking time out to breathe and the Pomodoro thing. Nanook! Sorry. Is really getting onto a schedule, really disciplining yourself when it comes to a schedule, so that you can achieve all these great things. Sometimes when we have all of these ideas swirling around in our heads, it can be hard to finish one project because we want to do this and this and this and this and this. But I feel like this is like making outlines, making a plan to get to your ultimate goal, so that while you're disciplining yourself, it's like easy, that you can knock it out, right? Let me know if that resonated. I have been... My dog. Hey! I have been blacklisted, I think. My videos aren't getting the views that they used to get. So I would really appreciate it if this was helpful, if you'd interact with this video in any way. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really love giving you guys these pick-a-card readings. I hope they're helpful, and I am really grateful to the spiritual community, and I always get something from these readings. So help me keep on doing them, right? Give me a thumbs up. I love you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye. No. I'm a kid. I will not kill my dog. I will not kill my dog, I promise. Okay, pile number 4. Ooh! Ooh! 49. Pile number 4. Pile number 4. You got the seashell, and I did sort of an intuitive read for all 3 piles based on the sided dice that they had and the object, but I feel like yours is going to be a curveball. I cannot think of what comes in 8. I know there are like hot dog buns and stuff, but I don't know. We have 3 that could be the 3rd month. That is March. Pisces energy. That can also be the 3rd house, communication, short distance travel. We also have this shell that is, my boss gave it to my mom. And he always brings back stuff from Hawaii that says Aloha Hawaii. You could be from Hawaii, want to go to a vacation, I don't know, your life. We also have the dolphin here. I don't know what this guy is. Dolphins are very intelligent. I don't know what they mean, like spiritual animal wise. We also have a pretty tortoise shell. When I was a kid, there was a rumor at school that said that lesbians had dolphin tattoos. So maybe this is for my lesbians. I don't know. Let's see. We have the 9 of Wands reversed. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like there is a situation that you have given up on because you feel like there is, like, everything you've thought of has not sort of fit this puzzle, and you're in a state of juggling. You're in a state of trying to balance these plates, balance these spinning plates. We have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. I do actually feel like some of you do want to go to Hawaii. Just this picture made me feel like y'all want to go to Hawaii. So maybe that is, I don't know. And isn't Lemuria in the, supposedly it was in the Pacific Ocean? Was that right? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Comment. We have authenticity. Maybe some of you are writers with this typewriter. We also have prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Ooh, 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 ooh. New moon in Taurus would be in May or April. April or May. Oh, this was reversed. Sorry. And we have sacred pool. Ugh, I forget this one. I think this has to do with self-esteem. I'm going to read from the book on that. We have Uranus, Aquarius energy. Okay. And we also have Uranus and Taurus. Okay. And listen with your heart. 1 second, guys. I'm going to get this Sacred Pool book. Some of these cards, it's like I've had them forever, but I still forget their meanings from time to time. They just don't sink in. Sacred Pool. Okay, Sacred Pool. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. Reversed, it can be difficult to overcome denial when there is a reward for staying there. For staying where you are. If you can't accept and love yourself, you remain trapped, wearing a false mask of victimhood. The belief of embracing denial and the victim's mask is that you never have to take a real risk. Okay. So victimhood mentality, never having to take a risk. I can see this, like giving up and thinking you have no options. For some of you, I feel like you might be experiencing poverty, or you might have gotten kicked down the financial ladder. For some of you, I feel like I'm getting several messages. With this authenticity card, it has the typewriter. I feel like you could write to someone. You can write to your government, your state officials. You know, I am unemployed at the moment. My last company granted me unemployment, and it took forever to get my unemployment. It took like 6 months to actually get my unemployment. And I had to write to my representatives. I had to write to the governor. I had to write to the unemployment office. And it took a lot of persistence to finally get that passed. So you might have to do the same thing if you are with a company that let you have unemployment. So it could be sort of a bureaucratic thing that's not happening with this victimhood and staying in a place of denial. You could be in a state of sort of eat the rich, I'm always going to be poor type of mentality. And I've been there, I understand. But I feel like there is something you might not be, you might be missing. I feel like there is something you'll be able to do that gives you more financial freedom. It could be coming around March. Or 3 could be significant in some way. With the Uranus and Taurus, Uranus is moving through Taurus right now, and that is changing a lot of how we, it's our value systems, our monetary systems, right? A year from now, we might not even have the traditional go to work for 40 hours and barely afford rent, right? We might have universal basic income. We might have, a different way of life. We might have a different way of living, right? We might have, housing guaranteed where none of us have to pay rent anymore. I don't know, guys. It's Uranus and Taurus. We're entering the age of Aquarius. We could have a whole new world. And so I feel like, yes, with the current systems, you might be stuck, but what you need to reflect on, what this pile is telling me you need to reflect on is, what's possible, right? New systems that are possible, new ways of making money that are possible. With Hawaii, this typewriter, and then the Lemuria energy, I'm thinking some of you, and we have like clownfish and stuff here. So I'm thinking some of you could be travel writers, could just like sell all your possessions, live life like a little gypsy nomad and travel across the world and, give up a life trying to have a mortgage or do things the traditional way, right? Just sort of be free to experience life in a new way, experience earnings in a different way. I feel like there is some part of the puzzle that you're not seeing because you are seeing it in a way that keeps you a victim, basically, instead of seeing it in a way that gives you financial freedom. So what you need to reflect upon is monetary ways to make money in innovative ways to make money. Uranus is all about innovation. Uranus is also about technology. So you could be a traveling IT person. You could be I just feel like what you need to reflect on is having more financial independence and out-of-the-box ways to get that independence, to get that financial freedom. And I do say freedom because the Hawaii, Lemuria vibes are telling me you don't want to be tied down. You don't want to be pinned down. I'm going to read some more in this book for you, but it says, dimming your light serves no one. Turning away from the truth that is reflected in the stillness of the sacred pool keeps you in denial. doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Such vain efforts lead to a tedious, boring existence. Take the risk and shine your beautiful light into the world. Look in the mirror and see the truth. Surrender the need to self-sabotage. Remember that you have a responsibility not just to yourself, but to the divine spark within you. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. Accept the discomfort of seeing with clear eyes, and you'll soon find that wondrous adventures, Hawaii, all of that. Wondrous adventures are waiting for you. Step into your magical life. Take that leap of faith. So you might be staying for a company that is, keeping you paycheck to paycheck. And, with this financial uncertainty, you don't know, right? We don't know what's ahead. So I feel like this is telling you to focus on another way of life entirely, where you're not a victim, where you are the victor. Also with Lemuria, you might, in this Listen to Your Heart, you might listen to light codes, light language of Lemurian people who resonate with Lemurian energy. You might listen to subliminals, guided meditations to connect with Lemurian past that could be really tied to you. But I just want to tell you that there is another way, and that you can reflect on a lot of those other ways. And you don't have to stay in this energy of robbing Peter to pay Paul, always being in debt, all of that. There is a way to break out of that. And it's just, one of the ways is, my clock is set on military time and it says 14:41 right now. So it's a palindrome of numbers. But one of the ways to not be a victim in this situation is to not, vote into it at all, not to entertain it at all, not to invest in this situation at all. Carve out an entirely new path for yourself so that you're not dependent on entities that keep you a victim. Entities meaning, the job that you're at. Entities meaning the government that is stalling, right? Any of that. So I just feel like there are new ways of making money for you that you might not have even realized. I do feel like these are digital nomad type of jobs, like travel blogs, but it could really be anything that allows you that financial independence. Reading tarot is can be a digital nomad type of job. So start small and get that financial freedom, baby. I want it for you. Let me know if that resonated. I am blacklisted at the moment. YouTube is not showing my videos like they used to, so I would really appreciate it if you interacted with these videos so that the algorithms can bump up. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Any way to interact is very helpful, especially if this resonated with you. I love you very much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!